Welcome back to another segment of Finances with Uncle Nev, stamping out financial illiteracy 101. Today I'm going to discuss a very simple yet dynamic topic that usually separates success from failure. And I've entitled it The Importance of Goal Setting, Synergy, and the Alliance of Planning. Let me repeat that: the importance of goal setting, synergy, and the alliance of planning. So, what is a goal? Well, a goal in its simplest form is an idea. It can be classified as a dream or a wish that someone or a group seek to accomplish in a specific time period, thereby achieving a desired result. Some examples. If you want to attend Harvard University to become a heart surgeon, you most likely would have excelled in STEM courses, meaning science, technology, engineering, and math, and recognize the long road ahead of you for studying. Or you might wish to become a certified BMW technician. Here we have you thinking that, well, you will like the aggressive nature of the vehicle, maybe the looks of it, whatever. But for you, BMW is your vehicle. Or you might wish to become a millionaire. Such a person, you would most likely have great plans, great business plan, recognizing that over time you can achieve your goal. Or you might be one of seven kids in your family and the first to graduate from college or university with a degree. Or you might want to make certain that you own a home and you recognize the steps that need to be taken to achieve your goal. And finally, you might want to become a business owner where you have X number of employees and you dream of making a lot of money. Now, when we talk about goals, goals got to be specific. Your intentions got to be clear. Goals have to be realistic. In other words, there's no point of saying that you can get so much funds squeezed out of your budget to do something else when in fact the budget cannot handle it. Goals must have a time period. You might say, I want to achieve my goal in 6 months, 9 months, maybe a year. Now, let's look at planning. By definition, planning is a strategy, a roadmap that documents the step by step process needed to achieve a goal. Now, with planning, I said earlier, it's a roadmap, it's a guide. And as you move along from point A down to a point Z, you will have decided what needs to transpire at each step of the way. Now, another thing that is critical about planning is that we have to have what are called contingencies. Irrespective of what your plan is, the odds are good. Uncontrollable variables, uncontrollable events are going to pop up. And so, are you prepared? Do you have answers for them? Another critical thing about planning is that one must monitor the progress. In other words, plan from A to Z, you expect it to achieve so much by the time you got to maybe plan F, so much by the time you get to plan M, and so on and so on and so on. But you have to monitor the progress. And if things are not abiding by plan, then you need to make adjustments. Now, let me slide back a little and paint this for you a little better approach. Assuming you want to, like I said earlier, own a business, there's a lot of things that has to be accomplished. First of all, one has to determine the form of ownership. For example, Are you going to be a sole proprietor whereby you're the sole owner of this operation? Now, bear in mind that there are legalities that's attached to this because should someone decide to sue you, the odds are good not only will they take the assets of your business, but maybe your home, your car, whatever it is. Now, other folks who like to escape this trap might think of other forms of ownership. For example, a C corporation. Usually we hear C corporations used as the for intermediate sized companies and large companies. We also have what are called LLCs. We see that a lot in smaller operations like doctors' offices, engineers, people who have business like a plumbing or electrical work, whatever it is. And we also have another one called subchapter S. The last three I named, they have mostly legal protection. And so whenever someone comes after them, usually they can only collect whatever assets are in that business. Your home is safe, your car is safe, etc. Now, to ensure that such a business is going to be a success, there are a number of things one must do. You're going to need an accountant or a bookkeeper, someone who's going to record your sales, someone who's going to take you through your payroll, so on and so on and so on. Like I said before, you need a lot of legal help. You might do things that you think are okay, but if caught, you could pay a dear price. You might need someone who handles inventory controls, naturally, someone for HR or the security of your business, or better yet, the maintenance of the business, whatever that might entail. So let me summarize here between plan and a goal. A goal is an idea, it's a dream, it's a wish. Planning provides the framework to achieve those goals. So, goals without a plan equal a wish. And that invariably leads to, excuse me, to disaster. To change the wishes to a meaningful goal requires careful action plans. Therefore, goals accompanied with rigorous planning that provides accountability, reduces stress, provides peace of mind, invariably leads to success. Now, I know we have some folks out there who think that they know it all. Oh, I've done this before. I know exactly what you're doing. Well, you see, these are some of the people who have to close shop in 6 months or under a year. The business has failed because guess what? You did not take that time to get your goals married to your plans. And in the interim, make certain that everything is running according to how you thought that they would run. Now, if what you've heard tonight, or today I should say, sounds good to you, I would like to say to you, do not be selfish. Share this free program with your friends and family. For me, it's taken a lot of time and effort to put all this together. So I behoove you to encourage me via subscribing and ringing that bell because by so doing, I know that you're reading the information and you are definitely making hay while the sun shines. Now, that's all I have to say tonight on this program. But let me tell you about what's coming up next. The next video is going to now go into numbers, and I would like to have you do a small assignment. It only take 10 or 15 minutes. On a piece of paper, put down all your needs and your wants, how you spend your money on your needs and your wants, and attach dollars to it. In the next video, you're going to see exactly why I asked you to do that. So until next time, keep it simple. And this is Uncle Neville saying, have a great day.